we get to teach a new song today, and I love that we get to do that. As a matter of fact, Brandon, if you could come up here. This is kind of a special song. It started with guys from our own community, and it started with my good buddy Brandon right here. So Brandon, why don't you share with us the story of the song?
Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning to you. Yeah, right here apparently. Yeah, what's up? So I was visiting my uncle 2.5 years ago in a little town called St. Mary's, Georgia. It's kind of down by the coast. Somebody knew where that was. I'm impressed with that. Anyway, so St. Mary's is a beautiful little town, and he said, hey, this morning I have some errands to run. Do you want to go walk around downtown St. Mary's? And I said, sure. They have coffee. I'll take coffee. I'll do that. So I go down there, and I just remember distinctly, I'm walking a few blocks, and I see an oak tree off in the distance that's covered in Spanish moss, and it's just beautiful. And I thought, I want to go over there and take a look at that tree. So I start walking towards the tree, and I realize that it's in the middle of a gigantic cemetery. And I'm a big dude, but cemeteries scare me. So I was like, I don't really want to go in there, but it was so pretty, I kind of had to. So I walk in the cemetery, and there's some really old stones and some really cool stuff that I saw. But there was one in particular that caught my eye, and I think we have a picture of it here. You can see it. That one right there, yeah. Let me just kind of tell you what it says, and you'll know why it stuck with me so well. So it says, here lies what was mortal of Samuel Burr. And I really like that because it addresses that there's an immortal part of Samuel Burr that's still living. And it said, in search of health, far from his endeared home, death arrested his progress on April the 2nd, 1831. Quietly he fell asleep in the Christian hope of immortality and glory forever. I was like, whoa, that hit me pretty heavy at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I took a snap of that picture right there on my phone. Fast forward 2.5 years now to the beginning of this summer at the walk. Anybody at the walk? Can we get a whoop for the walk? Yeah. So fast forward to the walk, which is our student camp we do here at Brownsbridge. And my buddy Paul Taylor Smith and Adam Kirsch and Heath Ziegler were all like, hey, does anyone have any song ideas? And I'm a drummer, so I don't sing and I don't play guitar, which usually disqualifies you from writing a song. But I was like, you know what? I actually have something. And I read for them what I just read for you. But for some reason, I probably have read this 400 times, but for some reason it just hit me different that day. And I thought, wait a second, it says, quietly he fell asleep in the Christian hope of immortality and glory forever. Well, if that's true, then death did not arrest Samuel Burr on April the 2nd, 1831. In fact, Jesus arrested death for Samuel Burr on April the 2nd, 1831. Because we believe something here at Brownsbridge this morning. And that is that Jesus actually lived, and he was hung on a cross, and he was placed in a tomb. And then on the third day, his eyes opened in a snap. And when they did, the definition of death for all that believe in him changed forever. Because through him we have life. And that's what this song talks about. So because I can't sing or play guitar, my buddy Heath is going to do it for you. So, thank you.
Alone in my sorrow and dead in my sin, lost without hope and no place to begin. Your love made a way to let mercy come in. When death was arrested, my life began. Ash was redeemed, only beauty. My morning grew quiet, my feet rose to dance. When death was arrested, my life began. Oh, give praise, from my chains, I'm a prisoner. I see you displayed on a criminal's cross. In darkness rejoiced as though heaven